Oh man, let me go ahead and just get my tripod light set up. Ha! Just kidding. Woo! That's a good feeling. I know you guys probably saw the video, and if not, the reason I'm so excited is because of what's above me. I got the ceiling lights in, and they are all working, so I could not be happier about that. But the reason this video is being filmed right now is yesterday. First of all, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. Thank you for joining us this evening. Yeah, I'm a little bit wired on coffee. It is almost 7 p.m., but I've got a lot of work to do on this Thursday night. What I was getting at earlier is our kitchen cabinets got delivered yesterday. Now, a lot through this, I've gotten it a lot through the series of the last year with these videos. You know, how are we affording to do all this? Because the house is a little bit bigger. You know, reality is in my area, this is a little bit bigger than an average size house. But I pour concrete for my dad. I'm not self-employed. My wife she's very successful. She's a nurse practitioner in the NICU, and frankly, I don't care how much those people are paid. They are underpaid because the stuff that they deal with, geez Louise. So anyways, back to the original question was, how are we affording to do all this? Well, as you guys, I hope, have been following along with, is we are self-performing a lot of this stuff. And I could sit here, I could probably make an hour-long video breaking down all of our savings, how we were able to save money, how we went about each phase, and honestly called in a couple favors, got some help from people, and just have a lot of good friends and a lot of great help. My parents, you know, Tim, Scott, you know, Josh, everybody we've had a lot of great help. I'm getting off track here. But one of the ways that we were able to cut costs was our kitchen cabinets. Now, we got quoted for our whole kitchen cabinets all down this wall. The wall cabinets go the whole way to the ceiling, a little bit over onto this wall to about this window here. We have a great big island in the middle, and then we have more cabinetry on this wall here. We got a couple quotes, and not that I was sticker shocked. I kind of knew those were going to come in a little bit higher. Just cabinets are cabinets. You know, if you want quality cabinets, you're going to pay for them. But when reality hit, it was like, you know what? If that's what we have to spend, that's what we have to spend. But a couple of my friends turned me on to this company that we use. RTA stands for Ready to Assemble. So they send you your finished grade cabinets in whatever finish you want. They have a bunch of different finishes. They have a bunch of different styles. No, I'm not being paid to say any of this. They did not give me some sort of discount for making a video. I just really like what they have to offer and how they go about it, because it's specifically geared towards people like me, and honestly people like you that want to do stuff like this, that are semi-capable of putting together some cabinets, following directions, taking your time, but then also wanting to save money. So basically what I was getting at is going through RTA and just spending, you know, a few evenings, a weekend, and probably a few more evenings. We were able to save about 60% of the cost of what our kitchen cabinets were going to cost. So doing stuff like this is one of the ways that we are able to afford to do all this stuff. So we have one box open, and this intro is running a little bit long, but we do have one box open. I'm not sure what cabinet this is. It is labeled on the side, and shoot, I forgot to print out my paper, so I don't even know where the BFB18 goes. I'll have to look it up on my email. But basically, this is the finished grade. It's a really nice hardwood. I honestly think it might be maple. I'm not really sure, but as you can see, they have all the hinges drilled. Now, if you're wondering, does it matter about direction? Yeah, yes and no. Whenever we assemble them, you know, if the door is like that, it's going to swing open like that. If we want it the other way, you simply give it a flip, and there you go, the hinges are on the other side. So stuff like that. They have the hinges pre-drilled. There's the top for the drawer. That's all pre-drilled, so that'll go on nice. It's actually got some dovetails in there, so everything's going to click and glue in really nice. So we're going to go ahead, get all of these boxes open, and do some reading, and then we'll set up the time-lapse camera and hopefully get a few of these knocked out tonight. So enjoy. All right, everybody, so there it is. This is the B18 cabinet. It is a base floor cabinet that's 18 inches wide. This particular one is gonna go in the island right about here. That way the door opens this way. I have another B18 over there for over here. That one's gonna have the garbage can in it. So that one actually has a pull out in it. But I cut the time lapse short because it was a lot of me just sitting around looking at instructions, trying to figure this out. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what these are, and I was trying to research to see what they are, and I guess they're just covers. And I have a lot of drywall screws, just black screws that I don't know where they were supposed to go. Well, I think I know where they're supposed to go, but I think I'm missing the corner brackets that help to support the faceplate, because right now all that's holding it on is the glue that I put on. So we're actually going to go ahead, tip this on its back, weight it down to keep that glue drying nice and tight. Other than that, I'm really happy with the quality of these. They do give you everything you need to put them together. All of the holes are pre-drilled, so if I wanted this door to open on the other side, they have a couple holes already pre-drilled for here. All the holes are pre-drilled for the shelf clips, and if you noticed, they do have a quiet close system. Both the door and the drawer have the quiet close on them, so kids won't be slamming. Like I said, I think I'm missing the corner clips, so I emailed the company. We'll wait and hear back from them. So right now we'll flip it on to the back side, and hopefully the next one goes together a lot quicker. All right, so a slight learning curve on cabinet number one. Once I got almost everything figured out, I still need to figure out what these are. So I have an email into the company, RTA, to get an answer on those, or to see if they just forgot to send me my corner brackets for the faceplate. But regardless, once I figured that one out, these next two were pretty much a breeze. You know, they go together very, very easily. Everything is cut really precise and accurate. All those holes are pre-drilled. The hinges, I don't know if you caught that, I was using a speed square to make sure they're nice and square with the door, so then that way when you go to close them, there's no binding or anything. We got 3 of them put together. I was hoping for 5 or 6, but like I said, a slight learning curve, and I didn't get over here as early as I thought I was going to. It is 10 o'clock. I have to work tomorrow, so we'll call it a night. We'll be back over here on Saturday because I have a friend's wedding. Congratulations, Nick. I'm psyched for you, buddy. Can't wait to celebrate tomorrow with you. We have a wedding tomorrow. I have a couple side jobs I need to get done Saturday morning. So then Saturday afternoon we'll be over here, plus all day Sunday. So, I mean, odds are we're probably not gonna get all of the cabinets built this weekend, but I think by Sunday evening, we might have most of them done. So we'll see you guys back here on Saturday. All right, guys, so we are back here Thursday afternoon after work. We got to get these cabinets assembled, bring the next batch in. So once again, we are in the time lapse. Here's our flooring that we decided to go with. So I think that's going to complement those two colors really nice. Big fan of that LVP. Put that away before it gets ruined. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start that. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. I've been in jeans for the last 2 weeks. It's been driving me nuts. So regardless, enjoy the time lapse. That is a good feeling. I came over here the other night with the intention of building 3 cabinets and then getting the rest of them kind of stocked and ready. And just one thing led to another, ended up building the last 7 or 8 cabinets that I had to do on that last pallet, and got them all finished up Thursday night before Halloween. So just, it's such a good feeling to have that, you know, have all these cabinets done and all of that progress being done. So if you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that 4 or 5 day time lapse all in one, because now we're gonna start hanging them. So out in the garage, I have a couple 2x4s. We're gonna go ahead and start on this wall here. And I'm trying to explain this now so I can just time lapse it, because once I get going, it's already 3:30 in the afternoon. I just got over here. I had some work to do this morning. I wanna get going and get these done. But what we're going to do is we are going to mount a 2x4 on the wall where the bottom of these wall cabinets are going. We're going to go ahead and get our layout done. That 2x4 is going to act as a little ledger. So I can go ahead, take these cabinets, put them up on the wall, mark on the lower lip that is going to be, you know, right here, just obviously on the bottom side. So I can go ahead and drill a hole for these wires. These are our under cabinet outlet wires that need to poke through so we can hook those up. But that 2x4 is going to act so that all I have to do once I get it up on that board, I just keep the weight against the wall. That way I'm not trying to support the cabinet itself and do all the layout and everything. After I get the wall cabinets up, I can go ahead and get these smaller cabinets on top of those bigger cabinets. They need to be 6 inches, the top of these cabinets need to be 6 inches down from the ceiling for our crown molding. Once I have those done, I can go ahead and get the base cabinets put in. We have the sink right here that goes right there, so I'll have to drill some holes inside here for the water line and drain line. This is our middle unit for this area, and then we'll have a beverage fridge here that has a decorative end piece that I can kind of throw that in at any point in time. We're going to go ahead and get the lasers plural, set up to show me where the middle of my blocking is, right there and right there. That way, as soon as I get these wall cabinets in position, I can go ahead and get them screwed on, and I don't have to worry about trying to guess where the blocking is. That way they're solid, they're secured, and they're on there tight. Enjoy the time lapse. All right, so everything's going good. We got pretty much all the wall cabinets done. Gene and Tim are working on that. My dad and I are working on these cabinets. And what we did for this first island cabinet is we put 2 blocks of 2x4 screwed to the subfloor. Those are on there sturdy. Now we can shoot the cabinet on with some trim nails on both sides. I can run a screw in from this side into this 2x4. Now these cabinets are secured to the ground. They're not moving. We slide the countertop on there. They are not going anywhere. All right, everybody, so that is it. I'm sure this video is very lengthy at this point. There was what, five and a half days approximately of just building and assembling these cabinets, and then last night and all of today putting them in and installing them, hanging them on the walls, and that was a huge help from my dad, Tim and Gene, so thank you guys very much for coming and helping. It was kind of a struggle-ish getting these up on the wall, but once I kind of, got the hang of it, these 2 went up pretty easy this morning, and then those guys jumped on these. I was able to focus on the sink tub over here, the sink cabinet over here. Here, I'll show you what we had going on here. Had to drill 3-4 holes, 1 drain pipe, 3 water supply, and then 2 outlets, 1 for a transformer for our low voltage under cabinet lighting, another plug for the dishwasher. So I had to cut those in, and the hole's a little deceiving. They do actually line up basically perfect. So got those cut in, these holes drilled in while those guys were working over here. I got layout done over here. We were able to get this cabinet and these 2 wall cabinets thrown up pretty quick. And then me and my dad jumped on the island while Gene and Tim were truing these base cabinets up. Like I showed you guys earlier, we put a couple 2x4s underneath there so that we can secure everything together. We did the same thing on this end over here. We just did the one though. And then, yeah, I mean, everything opens and closes really nice, really smooth. These RTA cabinets are just, I can't say it enough. I am extremely happy with them. And I am not being paid to say any of this. I like the quality. I like how quickly and easy they went together after I, spent the first cabinet learning how. A couple things I still have to do though is this electric line is going to run up the back side of this cabinet here. We'll have an outlet here. We have the same thing over here on this end cabinet. We have this wire running up here. This is the microwave. So the microwave is going to get hardwired into that. Obviously, I still have crown molding. I have the light rail to do, and then there's actually a trim piece that goes in between these 2 cabinets there to help cover that seam up. So, and then the toe kick underneath the cabinets there. So still have a little bit of trim work to do, but nothing that would impede anything else. So, I also have to build a platform underneath these. These cabinets get elevated so that the tops there are all flush. This is our island, obviously, so we'll have seating area here. This little platform that I'm building will extend it out maybe 6 or 7 inches for a little bit of a footrest. We'll figure out the dimensions and everything later, but we're actually going to end up leaving this side of that platform off, and I'll cut the bottom of this cabinet out, and we're going to put our Roomba in there. That way the sweeper can just come out of there, do its thing, and then go back in, and you never even know it's there. You don't see it, and then whenever it's emptying, it's in a cabinet, so it should help with the noise as well. So if you ever heard one of those Roombas empty themselves, it's loud. So that was Rachel's idea, so pretty excited about that. That was a really good idea. But I mean, yeah, like I said, this video is getting pretty long, so we'll wrap it up. But I mean, I'm just so excited. Like, we have a kitchen and it's starting to come together. We got all of the holes drilled, wires are pulled through for our under cabinet outlets, and then under cabinet lighting here. So we'll have to go ahead and get those put in. But yeah, I mean, this is just, Rachel picked some awesome colors for our kitchen. It's always nice having help when I get help. And a couple things left. This piece here, it's actually the other side, is painted. Sorry, I keep forgetting about stuff. So this actually goes right up against here with this style piece attached onto that. This is cracked. So I called the company, well, emailed them, waiting to hear back from them. So we have that style, we have that, whatever it's called, piece going here. Our refrigerator goes here, and then we have two more cabinets, that one and that one, that get mounted above the refrigerator right there. So I'll just get those up off the ground so I can start cleaning. And yeah, so forgot about that. But I mean, it's really starting to look like something, and I'm just over the moon thrilled. We have that. Rachel's dad was here running all the outlets for me, basically on the first floor. So thank you, Tom. And yeah, we got some cleaning to do now. So I want to thank you guys for tuning back in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram, and don't forget to check out the description for some links. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I appreciate everybody's continued support, and I really look forward to sharing more of this stuff with you. So thank you guys. Have a great day.